Welcome to This Is the Day with Johanna Beachy.
That is correct. This is the day with me, Johanna Beachy.
What?
Yeah.
What? I was speechless.
I saw that, or I heard that, or didn't hear that.
Okay. Yeah. However that works. Yeah. It is true that I was rendered speechless by your very presence.
That happens.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
So what you been up to?
I've been hanging out in Vermont.
Things you don't hear very often.
Yeah.
Did you get stranded?
I did not get stranded.
Car breakdown?
No.
Why Vermont?
No. Although I came close to that, driving through the Green Mountains.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I had some brake issues, but those got taken care of.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on sabbatical.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's a sabbatical?
It's just like an extended period of rest.
Okay.
So I had the month of March off on sabbatical. Like, step outside the routine, take some rest, spend a lot of time with God. It was great. And I picked Vermont to go do that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
It was very pretty. So I was saying you could see the Green Mountains on one side and the Adirondacks on the other side. So farmland all around me. It was great. I loved it.
Like a little cabin in the woods, like that?
Is that an actual song, or did you just make that up?
That's the actual song.
Oh, okay. Yeah, kind of like that. It wasn't in
Little
the
man
woods,
by
though.
the window stood, saw a rabbit hopping by, frightened as can be. Help me, help me, help me, said. For the hunter shoots me dead.
Whoa!
Little rabbit, come inside, safely to abide. No?
Never heard that before in my life. I'm not convinced yet that you didn't just make that up.
Well, I'm pretty good, but...
I mean...
So
right.
sabbatical. So cool thing about MCC.
Yes.
I love our church.
Yeah.
You've been on staff here for 7 years.
9 years.
9 years.
But yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at 7 we give
Yes.
the option for sabbatical. You, of course, overachiever.
Right. Yeah.
Or fool.
Yeah. Well.
Waited till 9.
Well, there was a little delay in travel with,
Yeah, there were
you know,
issues.
there was some stuff that happened last year, but
Absolutely.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, at 7 years, we offer that to people.
Yeah, who are on staff, and so that's a really cool thing,
Yeah.
very important thing for our church that we do for our staff.
Yeah.
And you were able to do that, and we were so thrilled. Was it good?
It was good. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Any major takeaway?
Oh, man, God is good.
That's a good one. Yeah. So that got re-emphasized.
It did get re-emphasized. He is good. Yeah.
Right on.
And rest is good. And reading books is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of those things.
Very good. Sweet. Well, I would say, with that, you are good. You are very good, and we are very glad that you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, been looking forward to hanging out with you and catching up. So, with that in mind, you ready for a verse of the day?
I sure am.
All right, let's jump into this bad boy.
Okay.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. It says, "But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light." I'll read it again. "But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light." Okay, oh rested one. What jumps out at you here?
You know, what jumps out at me there is declare the praises. Yeah. There's something there with, like, what makes you his and the purpose of being, like, his special possession, his chosen people, to declare his praises. And there's something so exciting to me in that, like, kind of like how you asked me, like, what was my takeaway from sabbatical? And what I wanted to say was, like, God is good. I want to declare his praises. And I feel like when you know him and in your relationship with him, that's what you want to do. You want to declare his praises and say how good he is and how great he is and how wonderful he is. So that's what's jumping out to me in that, is declaring his praises, and that being a purpose of being his people. Yeah, that phrase is really jumping out to me, declare his praises. And I think there's something about the, like, joy and, like, positivity even of doing that is really noticeable to me too in reading it. To declare his praises is such, like, an uplifting thing. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. declare his praises.
Love that. We're talking a lot about how God is revealed through the worship of his people. So actually the message for this week is in our Connect 4 series is to connect to God.
Yeah.
So connect to who you are, that you are a child of God, that you're created by God to be in a relationship with God. That was the first message of the series. And then, so then what does it look like to connect to God? And that is always a worshipful response.
Right.
To be the right response to the presence of God is to exalt him, which means worship.
Right.
And to lift him up. And so a declarative praise. So that, I love that. I've been thinking a lot about declaring praise. And even in the music that we can use, and music is just a way of declaring praise. It's not the way, and that's not what worship is. That can be an expression of worship, but that's, we call it worship.
Yeah.
Like we refer to it like, when we sing songs, that's worship. That can be a form of worship.
It's a way of worshiping.
Correct.
Yeah.
But something that, I've been chewing on for years is I feel like, and I've been, I keep talking about this, like we need more declarative music. Our worship music took a turn into, I labeled, this is kind of mean, but I labeled it whiny worship. Because that's, I'm flawed and broken. But I have a hard time trying to express something succinctly, but it became very me-centered, and it's just a lot of the music was like that. Which can be useful, and I'm not diminishing that. Except I will say for me though, it made me want to hurt myself. I'm like, I would never under any circumstances listen to this on purpose.
Wow. Yeah.
A lot of, but there are declarative songs. So I'll give you a few examples because the pendulum swings, right? But so it's coming. So here I'll give you three recent, kind of recent. Yeah. Good Father is a declarative worship
declaring
song.
Who he is.
Who you are a good Father.
Yeah.
And I am who you say I am. We are declaring things to God in that. Okay, that's why a lot of people will get chills on that one.
Yeah.
And in a communal setting, the voices will really rise on that because it's declarative. It's not introspective. Rather, it's declaring back to God. And he is revealed through that. Waymaker.
Okay, yep.
You are Waymaker.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the words to that one.
Light in the darkness. That is who you are. We are saying to God, God, I see you. I recognize you. This is who you are. And you're being revealed through the worship of your people. And then Dan King wrote a song called Victorious. Okay. That we've now done a couple of times.
Yeah.
And it is about the victory of who God is, and it is declarative. And anyway, so my point was not to necessarily bash on anything,
right?
But rather to say, declare the praises.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I think I connect with those type of songs a lot more personally, like when you're using song or music as worship. I think there can sometimes, like you're saying, it's not bad necessarily. There can be a place for songs that are like crying out to him sort of, or like talking about your struggles or something. But I definitely feel like when you're declaring his praises and the song is focused on who God is and it's like pointed at him and you're letting go of everything else, there's such a like freedom and perspective and like just a wonderful experience that comes from that. So I definitely get what you're saying there with declaring his praises.
You want me to tell you my theory on how it happened?
Okay, yeah, let's hear the theory.
The declarative songs don't sell. So when in the 90s, when you had a turn into like CCM, contemporary Christian music, like the rise, like Michael W. Smith and Amy Grant.
Oh yeah, grew up listening to them.
You're great. Yeah, I'm all in favor of all of it. Whatever. I want people to create and glorify God. All for it. But they had commercial success, and it crossed out of being niche into real broad commercial appeal. Now you had a market. And that's where the money comes in, and then the money starts to control the content. We only want to produce and put out what we know will sell, and it just kind of keeps moving. And so what tends to sell is about me and introspective, and, that time of stuff.
Can see that.
Anyway, just some thoughts there, which, who am I? Except the same thing happens in the publishing world. It happens all over. Where what sells controls the content.
And people like to talk about themselves.
Let's think about it. I mean, it's fine. But what I think works in a communal worship setting is declarative that we are when you understand we are God's chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession that you may declare.
That you may declare his praises.
Yeah. Yep. Who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. So sweet. I'm glad you highlighted that. I wasn't really thinking about all that.
Yeah.
But
That's
that's
what jumped out.
Think about that stuff all the time, but I was glad you brought it up. All right, right on. So that was awesome. That is who you are. Okay, that was really good. I needed something really good.
Good.
So now we got to go into something not so good.
Interesting. All right.
This calendar.
Oh, okay.
Page.
Let's see.
More busy work.
Okay.
Calendar, come on. I mean, really, do we
Oh.
need homework? You like
a word search.
A word search.
I'm a fan.
You know my posture on this is we don't search the word searches us.
Yes. Yes.
Let's go. Over spiritualize everything.
I see bib, dough.
Pretty sure bib's not even a word on the list. Overachiever.
Ball.
That's not one either.
But it's there. Tap.
Yeah, letters. Letters in a box. Circle some words.
Search away.
Here, got some homework for you. Are you one of those people like if there's an assignment you have to do it? Are you okay? Just like, no, that's dumb. I'm not doing it.
Like if I have a homework assignment?
Yeah, like if you're pulling off, like would you, if this was like in your possession, this wasn't like a communal possession, would you have to do this word search?
Only if it were like being graded and counted towards something. If it were being graded and counted towards something, yes. I was like I will have an A in every class student. So like homework, yeah, I did it, of course.
And then would you have circled the extra words you saw and written them at the bottom?
Probably.
Hoping for extra credit?
Probably, yes. Okay. Yeah, or just for fun.
That explains the bun. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, I definitely would have.
All right. I wasn't looking for I see all the words. They're on the side. I don't need to look in the box. I already got them. And just circle that. But these are all like pizza toppings.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
You
I did not notice that.
Favorite pizza topping?
I do.
What's that?
Black olives.
Oh, I like the black olives.
Yeah, I was obsessed with them as a kid. That's what I used to request for my birthday, was pizza with no sauce and just black olives on it. Yeah.
Well, you bring all the sauce. So.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's my favorite.
If there was sauce on the pizza, it'd be over sauce.
It would be too much.
For
too much, yeah.
Johanna's birthday.
What about you? What's your favorite?
Did you ever do the black olives on the fingers?
Oh, absolutely, every time.
Okay.
All 10.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would get like a
you
can
eat
of
in
black
order?
olives.
Do you eat in order or replace while you go? What do you do there? Is it random when they're on? You got all 10?
I think I used to go in order. It's been a while. I should do it again so that I refresh my
I hope you do.
Procedure.
Love for you to get a video of that.
Yeah.
This is the day we think that would be.
Yeah, that could be valuable.
Share word.
Yeah.
There's a pizza. Speaking of olives, I've mentioned this on the show before. I really like the green olives on a pizza. Can't find them very often.
That is, yeah. I don't know that I've ever tried that.
Not often an option. So if I could have like just my perfect pizza, light sauce, like marinara sauce, and not heavy on the cheese, but the normal amount. Hamburger, Canadian bacon, and green olive. That's what I want.
Unique.
It's delicious.
Yeah. I bet that would be.
Yeah. And when it comes to the Canadian bacon, I'm really just trying to throw Canada a bone there. I mean, I'm always...
Yeah, I've never said what makes it Canadian bacon.
It's not as good as bacon.
Huh, okay.
I think it's Canada's attempt to make the rest of the world feel sorry for them. It's working.
Huh.
Yeah. We pity you, Canada. Your bacon is
Canada.
terrible. Okay. I wonder what Vermont bacon would be like.
Probably have maple syrup on it.
Probably be like wicked undercooked.
Yeah. Very expensive.
Yeah. I'll pass.
Yeah.
Okay. Where were we? Oh, there's another calendar that gives us a national day to celebrate. And I do like that one because I appreciate some direction.
Sure.
And how to celebrate.
And ideas on what we can celebrate.
Yeah. Every day is we're celebrating.
It's true. There's always something.
Yeah. Today is Look Up to the Sky Day.
Ooh. Ooh, okay. So just gaze away at the sky today and like celebrate that the sky is there.
I mean, wasn't really how I read it.
No?
No, I was like look up to the sky, like, sky, I want to be like you when I grow up. I mean,
you're my role model.
You got so much going. I mean, sometimes you're blue, big white fluffy clouds, you know, your fashion sense is on point, you know, sky, you show up every day.
Always there for us.
I want to be like that sky.
Yeah.
Really look up to you, sky.
Maybe celebrate it that way today.
Okay.
Look up to the sky day.
That'd be funny.
Okay.
Just walking around.
Everyone needs to just be staring up at the sky all day.
Not while you're driving.
Yeah, don't do. Maybe not then.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Huh.
Okay. I'm done with that.
Okay.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because it's time for JoJo's Boom Boom Book Review!
JoJo's Boom Boom Book Review.
Yes. Okay. As a special little treat, I figured I am going to bring 3 books that I read on sabbatical to share with you guys. So, first one up is a nonfiction book that I read. It's called Dark Clouds, Deep Mercy, Discovering the Grace of Lament. It was interesting, and I thought it was kind of a cool topic to like dive in and learn about, so I want to share with you guys. It's basically, this guy wrote a book about the topic of lament, which is essentially, he describes it as like how someone who is following Jesus brings their sorrow to God. So I thought that was like, and it's really practical and helpful. Like he's in the Psalms a lot, because the Psalms like obviously talk a lot about like crying out to God and bringing your sorrows to him. So it was really practical and helpful, and I'd recommend it if this is a topic that you're wanting to kind of like learn about and explore. Dark Clouds, Deep Mercy.
Quick
Yes.
point of clarification there. A lot of time in the Psalms, but they spend much time in lamentations.
Oh, yeah, and Lamentations, indeed, yes. There's a whole book of the Bible called that.
I could probably benefit from reading that book, because when I get into lamentations, I'm not happy. Like I struggle.
Yeah.
Lamenting is
He does also
a challenge for me.
like go to there a lot. Yeah, it was really helpful to think about. So I thought, I'm like, hey, this is a book to maybe consider reading.
Right.
Okay, fiction book to share. This one was so interesting. To Live by Yu Hua. It's originally written in Chinese, and then obviously this was translated into English version. But it was like a very unique writing style, and I couldn't stop reading it. And it was really interesting. The way he did it was like a narration style. So there's a guy telling someone else the story of his life, like an older man recounting his life. And it's continuous straight through the book. Like there's no breaks in the entire book, no chapters, no like stopping points. And at first I was like, I'm not gonna get into this, but I couldn't put it down or stop reading it. It like just pulled you straight in. And the character wasn't even someone initially that you would like that much, but you got so, like he's such a good writer that you got so caught up in his story that you just didn't want to stop reading about what had happened in his life. So To Live is one that I would recommend. It was a really good fiction read. Kids book for today. I absolutely loved this one, Bud, Not Buddy. It's one of the Newbery and Coretta Scott King Award winners. This was just a book that like from the very first few pages, I was rooting for Bud. I just absolutely wanted him to like find his family and everything that he was searching for. It was written in a way that you just like immediately identified with the character. And the other thing that I really loved about this book, if you were like say elementary to like early middle school age as a kid, it was written in a way that's really readable for kids. So this is one that for sure, if you have like a reader who likes books and that age group, they would probably really enjoy this one. And according to a lot of the like reviews and ratings on it, teachers use it a lot because they're like kids in classrooms actually really enjoy reading this one. So Bud Not Buddy was one that I absolutely loved as well. There we are with 3 book reviews from JoJo's Boom Boom Book Review from my sabbatical reading.
Right on.
There you are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bud
Lots
Not
of good
Buddy.
books
It's a
out
good
there.
Title.
Bud Not Buddy. Yeah, his mom named him, his name's not Buddy, his mom named him from like a leaf or a flower that's about to bud because of like all the potential. So
That's why I didn't know that. I wasn't for sure, but that is exactly what I thought when you read the title. Was
Bud.
You know, I'm blossoming and blooming. Not Buddy.
That's the name. Bud Not Buddy.
Sweet.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. I've not read any of those, but maybe I will. Lamenting.
Yeah, it was a good thing to learn about. How to bring your sorrow to God.
That's good. Mm-hmm. You know, I think, I say that. I struggle with it. But, I journal a lot.
Yeah.
And I would say that there's definitely seasons of lamenting in that.
Yeah, I mean, one of his points that was interesting is he was like, one place to start is to just keep talking to God.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as honestly and real as you, like, but just keep talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think journaling can be definitely a way of doing that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a way.
Yeah.
I find it to be a really helpful way.
Yeah.
And then it helps me too because I can't lie on paper or on the computer screen. If I see when I see the words looking back at me, I'm like, I'll even write, that's not true. This is what I'm really thinking and feeling.
Yeah.
And to get that out, because like in words, like sometimes in prayer, if I'm not really paying attention, or taking those thoughts or words captive, I can, like, God, thank you so much for today. It was just such a blessing. When the day was just awful. Like
when you were actually like, God, why did you have to give me a day like today?
Right.
Yeah.
That wasn't the space I was in, but there's a pattern there that I can fall into and miss lamenting and going, yeah, today was. And then you can run out. You can get all those words out and then wind up in a place, like often happens in the Psalms, of. But thank you for today.
Yes.
Because now this has been expressed to you and relationally connected with you, and I'm in a different place now than I was 20 minutes ago. Yeah,
it's a process. Yeah.
Or 2 years ago. Whatever.
Sure.
However that goes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That was neat. Neato. Okay. Did you play Trivial Pursuit on your sabbatical?
I did not.
You didn't take like some cards?
I didn't take any cards with me to play.
Have you missed it?
I actually have.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the Trivial Pursuit.
Okay. I like it when you read the cards. I'm feeling like in honor of you being back.
Okay.
Today could be the day I get all 6 right and I get myself some Pop Rocks from a Fun Dip box.
Yep.
And I'm feeling good. I'm going for it. If you want some Pop Rocks from a Fun Dip box, you got to get all 6 questions right. So can't win if you don't play.
That's right.
Make
you got to try, throw out a guess, whatever it is. Yeah.
So we have the original 1981 edition of the classic board game Trivial Pursuit and the 40th anniversary edition. Oldest cards, newest cards, dealer's choice.
New.
Going new.
Sure.
Off the presses.
Okay. We're going to start with blue.
Geography.
Which airport's international airport code is ORD? ORD is which airport's international airport code? I have been to many airports, and I do not recognize this one. So, can't help you there. ORD.
My goodness. Is it not Orlando?
It is not Orlando. Okay. I will tell you that much.
Yeah. I know what ORD is. I have actually put this code in.
Okay. I will.
Recently.
This may not actually be a helpful hint. I'll give you a hint. I have actually been to this airport, but.
ORD is, what's the name of the airport? That's what I'm giving you?
Yeah, the name of the airport.
Oh no. It's not Florida, is it?
Nope. Put in your guesses if you haven't already.
ORD.
There's still time. ORD. Which airport?
Well, it's not Chicago Midway or O'Hare. Is it O'Hare?
Yeah, it's O'Hare.
Okay.
Yep. The Chicago airport's code comes from its original name, Orchard Field. Maybe that's what the OR.
I've put that code in many, like, let me put it, I connect a lot in O'Hare.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Pink,
entertainment.
Which company was the first to launch an online rental service that revolutionized the way we watch movies at home? Really? This seems kind of easy.
Which company was the first?
The first. Okay, maybe there's a surprise there.
Yeah, it could be.
There could be.
They want the first.
They want the first.
So I'll just go with the obvious. I'll say Netflix.
Correct.
Netflix.
As of 1997.
So there is a documentary out there, The Last Blockbuster.
Okay.
And which is in Bend, Oregon. But one of the things that they point out in that they were positioned alongside Netflix with an equal share, or even a greater share of the online rental market. And what happened was they didn't have the cash position. that they needed.
Interesting.
So it wasn't that they weren't making the transition; it was that their cash position.
It's interesting because I've
wasn't where
always heard
Netflix
it
was.
told like Blockbuster just like was like, no thanks, we don't want to get into that. But you're saying they actually didn't have the
Right, they had a
capacity
chance
at the
to,
time?
early on, purchase Netflix for a
Okay.
a great price. But anyway,
Yeah.
so the documentary unpacks some of that. But they're like, no, it was more of a just cash position situation, where Netflix was positioned differently. But as
Yeah.
far as market share and what they were doing, they
Yeah.
definitely were moving in the digital direction,
All right.
on demand and everything else.
Is that last Blockbuster the one that you can like book to sleep in it overnight as like a retro experience type of a thing?
Yeah, they didn't talk about that in the documentary, but I had seen that
Okay.
before, and so it never came up though, so I don't know. But it is the
Interesting.
last one now, the official last.
Like in the world?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Okay. Yellow.
Yellow history.
What fledgling tech conglomerate did co-founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin try to sell to Excite for $750,000 in 1999? Wow.
Fledgling tech
Fledgling tech conglomerate.
In 1999.
1999, they tried to sell it to Excite for $750,000. Co-founders were Larry Page and Sergey Brin, if that helps at all.
It does not help me
Me neither.
at all. I have no idea.
Fledgling tech conglomerate.
Google.
Google is correct. Excite wasn't interested. All right. Missed opportunity there.
That's right.
Purple.
Purple, art and literature.
Which American author and poet penned the defiant line, but still like dust I'll rise?
Oh, okay. American poet and author penned the defiant line, and what's the line?
The line is, but still like dust I'll rise.
Still like dust, I'll rise.
I have no idea. I don't know.
I don't either.
Author
Faulkner.
and poet Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou.
In one of her most
yeah.
memorable poems, Still I Rise. I haven't read any of her poetry yet. All right.
Yep, I did not get that. Okay.
Green.
Green, science and nature.
How many major blood types are there?
4.
Correct. OABAB. There we are. Orange.
Orange, sports and leisure.
Which of the Williams sisters was the first to win a Grand Slam singles title?
Okay. I'm almost positive it was Venus.
Serena.
Really?
Yep, when she won the 1999 U.S. Open.
Wow, I thought Venus won before her. Okay.
There we go.
Well, there. Okay, I didn't
Okay.
know that.
Well, 4 out of 6.
Yeah.
Maybe someone out there got 6 out of 6.
Got them all. Gettable card.
Yeah, it's possible, especially if you know a lot about tech conglomerates.
Well, you can make an educated guess on those.
Yeah.
On that one. That's all
Yeah.
I did. But the poem, unless you know the poem, that would have been a hard one, I think. But all right, want to do a little Everyday with Jesus?
Yes, indeed.
Our daily devotion in 140 characters or less. It's about worship.
Okay.
You ready for this? When worship becomes about your preferences, timetables, agendas, and expectations, it is no longer about God, and it is no longer worship. And then John 4:23, yet a time is coming and is now come when the true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and truth, for they are the kind of worshipers the Father seeks.
Well, look at that.
Oh, I know. I feel like we could do like another 30 minutes just on this and
I
tying
know.
it into Lamentations.
Yep.
Some of the conversation we had about declaring praises,
Sure.
dying to self.
It's all there.
Which, by the way, I
Wow.
always say too, that just because I don't like a type of music doesn't mean I can't worship
Right.
to it.
That's true. Yeah.
For
it's not
sure.
about your preferences.
It is not about it.
It's not actually about you at all.
Not about me at all, but
Yeah.
I about being in the presence of God and reflecting His
Yeah.
glory back to Him and exalting Him.
Because he is good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is where we can, get hung up on this is what I like, and if you don't worship in the same way I do, or with the same methods and so forth, then you're doing it wrong. And that happens a lot. I don't think it's necessarily intentional,
Yeah.
But we can project that on people well, you don't really love them like I do because you don't enjoy
Because
them.
you're not like me.
Right. Well, so that's what religion does. Religion kind of, it puts in hierarchy and position and how you navigate. It gives you a system to kind of measure things. And so it happens. And I think very unintentionally for most people, like where there is like posturing of where am I, in the rankings of, spiritual maturity. Like a weird thing is happening to me, things I'd never heard before. People would come to tell me something and they would preface it. Now, I'm very spiritually mature. And I'm like, why don't you just tell me what you need to tell me? I don't know why
That seems like a funny way to start a conversation.
I have heard it, and it's not an exaggeration, at least 100 times.
Wow. All right.
And I'm like, why would you say that to me? That is bizarre. Now, I wasn't even thinking that. Now, all of a sudden, I'm going, I'm not buying it. But go ahead with whatever you want to tell me. I'm listening, regardless. But anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just, I don't know. Heads up, if you want to communicate easily with me, don't start that way.
Yeah.
Because that's going to trip me up a little bit, make it a little harder. But I'm still willing to do the work.
That.
Okay. Welcome back, Johanna Beachy.
Thank you very much.
Rested.
Yeah.
Love it. This is the day.